In Gaza, the death toll from Israel's 15-week war has topped 25,000, with at least 190 Palestinians killed over the last 24 hours. There are reports Israel's blowing up entire neighborhoods of the besieged city, Khan Yunis, where Israel's targeted hospitals, ambulances, and schools. Palestinian families in Khan Yunis are now burying loved ones inside the Nasser hospital complex.
Currently, dead bodies are being buried here inside Nasser complex. It's very difficult to leave the complex and go to any cemetery and bury them because we're under siege and anyone who leaves the complex is targeted. Last night, we lived through a horrifying night. The shelling wouldn't stop for even 1 minute. Buildings would shake with us inside. Shrapnel would fall on us.
In more news from Gaza, the Wall Street Journal is reporting the United States, Qatar, and Egypt are pushing Israel and Hamas to take part in what the paper describes as a phased diplomatic process involving the release of hostages in Gaza and the eventual withdrawal of Israeli forces. After the report was published, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he rejects the proposal because it calls for the war to end. Over the weekend, Netanyahu also reiterated his opposition to the formation of an independent Palestinian state, a two-state solution, despite pressure from the United States to support one. This all comes as Netanyahu faces more domestic pressure to bring home the remaining 130 hostages held in Gaza. Earlier today, the Israeli Knesset session was suspended after families of hostages disrupted a committee meeting demanding lawmakers do more to free their loved ones. Protesters also blocked entrances to the Knesset. On Saturday, friends and relatives of Israeli hostages protested in Tel Aviv. This is Maccabit Maya. Her nephews, Ziv and Gali Berman, are still being held in Gaza.
Stop the war. Stop the war. Take them out. Save them. And then, after a while, there is no victory without them out. No victory. Nothing.
On Saturday, hundreds of Israelis and Palestinians living in Israel came together to take part in an anti-war rally in Haifa, the third largest city in Israel. In the occupied West Bank, a 17-year-old Palestinian-American named Taoufik Ajak was fatally shot in the head Friday. According to the group Defense for Children International, Ajak was killed when Israeli settler and soldiers opened fire on him in Ramallah. He grew up in Louisiana near New Orleans. He moved to the West Bank last year with his family. Ajak is at least the 93rd Palestinian child killed in the occupied West Bank since October 7th. On Saturday, Taoufik Ajak's father spoke to reporters at his son's funeral.
But come here on the ground and see what's going on. Come here and test and see for your own eyes what kind of life we are living here. What is the pressure they put us under? What is the women's and kids, and how many fathers and mothers have to say goodbye to their children? How many more? But it will come, inshallah, one day.
Israel carried out airstrikes on Syria and Lebanon over the weekend. Israel blew up a building in Damascus, Syria, killing 5 advisors from Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. In a separate attack, an Israeli drone struck a car near the Lebanese border. 4 people reportedly died, including a member of Hezbollah. Hours after Israel bombed Damascus, Iranian-backed militants in Iraq fired missiles at an airbase housing U.S. forces. U.S. Central Command reports a number of U.S. personnel are being evaluated for traumatic brain injuries. On Friday, the United States bombed Houthi targets in Yemen for at least the 6th time over the past 10 days. This comes as Houthi forces continue to target commercial ships in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden as part of a campaign to pressure Israel to halt its assault on Gaza.